Three-term state representative Max Abramson is running for Congress to get term limits passed. He has a New Hampshire Liberty Alliance rating over 90%. He's promised not to accept a congressional pension or the Washington cartel of insider trading and nepotism. To learn more about Max's campaign, click the link in the description for this video.
I'm Max Abramson for Congress, and I approve this message.
Do you work for the school?
I do.
Question for you. Can you name something that you've done to help reduce taxpayer expenditures from your position?
What I've done? I work directly with everybody else, so we work collaboratively to reduce taxpayers.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Do you work for the school?
Yeah.
Oh, a question for you. To what extent are students' First Amendment rights respected on school grounds?
I have no idea. I'm the maintenance guy.
Oh, okay. Could you name something that you've done from your position to help reduce expenses? You work for the school?
Yes.
Oh, a question for you. To what extent are students' First Amendment rights respected here on campus?
I'm going to just put my stuff down. I'll be right back.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
For the school?
I'm on the school board.
Oh, a question for you. To what extent are students' First Amendment rights respected on campus? For instance, the right to film like this.
I'm sorry, I came in with my head full of budget numbers. You got to give me a minute to
And it's early.
recalibrate. I know. And my coffee is that way. They are, in general, allowed to have and use their cell phones as they walk around the schools. I haven't actually seen anyone in the schools with that sort of camera.
Yeah, the reason I ask is...
Do you mean just filming, or is it specifically like...
Yeah, just filming anything of interest to the public. Because there was an incident in Manchester where they beat up a kid. The cops beat up a kid for trying to film something in the school. The school also threatened him over filming. Does it make sense? So, wanted to make sure that kind of thing wasn't happening here.
We don't have police in the same way that Manchester has in the schools, for starters. We have the one resource officer, and he's pretty limited in the things that he would be empowered to do. Phone use is not one of them. There's not really a specific filming prohibition or not prohibition. Kids are expected to be using their phones respectfully. At any given time, obviously, you're not going to be allowed to film in a locker room, for example.
Yeah.
And classroom use is based on what the teacher has going that day. But other than that, it's, we haven't had that kind of incident here, so.
Okay, well, and I just appreciate the fact that you know the answer to the question, because it's kind of an obscure question.
Yeah, I suppose if we had incidences, we'd have to look at, what state law, what policies are, but, we're not in general going to be making rules that are going to violate stuff that's already in place.
Okay.
We're not looking to restrict beyond what the state tells us we have to restrict.
Okay.
Which frankly changes every 6 months. It's a little hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
But that's our goal, is to keep us in compliance with the state, and other than that, let the kids and teachers do what they need to do to have a good school.
Okay.
So that's what we try for.
I appreciate your transparency.
Yeah.
What's your name?
George Downing.
Okay, Mr. Downing. Thanks for your time. Do you work for the school?
No, I don't work here.
Oh, are you on the board?
Yes.
Oh, got a question for you.
I'm late right now.
Pardon?
I'm late.
Oh, okay.
Come on
Oh, okay.
in if you want to, but I'm late.
Thanks. God, it's like Grand Central Station compared to what I would have expected for a budget meeting. It's just this is probably the 30th person to walk in. Do you work for the school?
Here? No.
Oh, do you work for any school?
I do. Keene Middle School.
Question for you. Can you name something you've done to reduce taxpayer expenditures? Hi. Do you work for the school? I do. Question for you. Can you name something you've done from your position to help reduce expenditures for taxpayers?
Who do you work for?
It's RidleyReport.com. I'm Dave Ridley.
So, I mean, gosh, I'm not, can we talk later?
Just remember that the taxpayers asked. And maybe so, yeah. Thanks. This Ridley-O is brought to you by Max Abramson for Congress.